Good morning. Happy Hump Day. What's going to be a more exciting fight to watch? Mike Tyson and Jake Paul? Or the ACC versus Florida State and Clemson? Yeah, I love when they do that. You know, we'll be there between 10 and 4. We'll call you when we're on the way. You know what we need? We need Hufferbilly Paul to come on and explain this court ruling from yesterday down in Tallahassee. He's got it all figured out, so I need to be told like I'm 5 on what's going on. Oh, happy early birthday. Yeah, I changed the YouTube channel that I'm getting my midday show music from. You know what this music reminds me of? How many of you have seen that movie that came out, I don't know, early 2000s called Grandma's Boy? Y'all ever seen that? Well, if you haven't seen it, you need to see it immediately because it's hilarious. What happened to my dark synth music? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Stream unavailable. Stream suspended for policy violations. Uh-oh. Oh, they made the YouTube people mad. So I'll have to go to my box of backups here. What's up, Baskins? Yeah, I don't know what happened there. They got shut down. I was just bragging on them, too. Yeah, anyway, the movie Grandma's Boy, you know the guy that plays the weird guy who develops the video games? And he's sitting in his apartment making these video games, and he's got that dark, whatever you call it. I don't even know what you call it. Is it EDM? They call it synthwave, whatever that is. That's what it reminds me of. Yeah, Ali Wong. That's an Aphex Twin song he's listening to? Well, see, you already know 100% more than I do about that type of music. I have no idea who Aphex Twin is. You could put Aphex Twin right in front of my face and I wouldn't know who they were. No. Will this one get shut down too? What's going on here? Hey, Baskins, I heard you were playing for the some sort of championship game. Did you guys win? That was a couple of weeks ago, though. I think I know what the policy violation was on that last song, but they got shut down. So I don't have it on the screen, but there's video that goes along with these songs, and it's, I guess you would call it anime type cartoon stuff. But I was watching while I was setting up today. I was glancing over at the video, and I think they might have some nudity on there. You know, some cartoon boobs and whatnot. That's probably what got them shut down. Cartoon titties. The old digital tit. The electronic teat. Yeah, so anyway, you know how I was saying in my Clemson video, spring game video, about people on message boards? Well, I don't know what's worse. I don't have anything to compare it to. TigerNet's pretty bad. But Florida State must have something way worse. I think it's called War Chant. I've never been on it. I'm just hearing people referring to it. But the people on War Chant have convinced themselves and each other that Florida State is not only getting out of the ACC this year. Listen, now hold on to your hats now. Listen to this. Hold on to your hats. Not only is Florida State getting out of the ACC this year, this summer to be exact, but they won't be playing in the ACC in 2024 football season. They've somehow convinced themselves and each other that 8 teams are going to vote, the majority, to dissolve the conference, which will end the grant of rights deal. Those 8 teams and whichever other ones decide to do the same will then agree together to play the same schedule that they're scheduled to play in the ACC this year and bid out their home game TV rights to the highest bidder. In 2024, I'm not talking about 2025 or 2026 or 2027 or 2028. I'm talking about 2024 season. It starts in August. And during the 2024 season, when they're playing independently against each other independently, they will then be, picked off by different, the Big 12, the Big 10, and the SEC. They'll be farmed away. So come the 2025 season, all of these teams will be in a different conference and not independent anymore. So 1 year of independence bidding out their home game TV revenue to the highest bidder. And then they're going to join one of the big 3 remaining conferences. That's what they've convinced themselves and each other. I'm telling you, do you not believe me? What's up, Dick Simon? How you doing, Dick? Well, here. I wasn't going to do this, but here we are. So I will do it. Just give me a second. You guys remember a couple of months ago, whenever Florida State decided to file a lawsuit against the ACC, I started searching on YouTube for Florida State people's reaction to this, and I found that guy's channel. Now, at that time, I believe the name of the channel was called Double Fries No Slaw, which sounds even funnier now than it did before. But anyway, I think that's what it was called, Double Fries No Slaw. Well, so in an effort to do research for this shit show that I'm doing this morning, I went on YouTube and typed in Double Fries No Slaw. Well, nothing came up. And I said, what's going on here? Well, turns out Double Fries No Slaw must have changed his YouTube channel name to something college football related, because nobody took him seriously, since considering the fact that his channel was named Double Fries No Slaw, which sounds like a food channel and not a football channel. So anyway, I did find him, but he did change the name of his channel. I think it's called, let me see here, I think it's called College Football Maniac. No, College Football Addiction, maybe? Hold on, let me see if I can find it. I think it's Addiction. College Football Addiction, which is something we all have here. I have a lot of addictions. College football is just one of them. Let's see here. Yes, here it is. Let me show you. This guy's all over this like white on rice. And shout out to this guy. I don't even know, how many subscribers does he have? Well, I'll tell you in a minute. But the guy's capitalizing. He's getting quite a good amount of views on all these court videos he does here. Oh, where's the one I'm looking for here? Is that it? Hold on. I seriously hate that YouTube changed their interface when looking at people's channels. They made it harder. It's just stupid. It's stupid.
Say goodbye to old.
I'll subscribe to him. All right, here it is. All right. So let's take a look at this guy's video here. So shout out to this guy. I don't know his name. Let me turn this music off. I don't know this guy's name, so I apologize for that. But the name of his channel is College Football Addiction. Here you go. He is a Florida State fan and makes majority Florida State Seminoles content as far as I can tell. Okay. All right, here we go. This is from 8 days ago, something like that, from last week.
Today I have an absolutely insane episode for you, as the chance of a team leaving the ACC very soon has just dramatically increased. And the possibility of that is maybe going to set off a chain reaction as other teams move closer and closer to pulling the ejection seat before the all-important June 30th deadline arrives. I'm going to get to all of that, but before we get started, we'd like to welcome you to College Football Addiction. Very happy to have you. If you enjoy our content, or if you don't enjoy the content, but it does move you and causes you to feel some type of emotion.
Now, this is completely unimportant and unrelated to anything that we're going to talk about today. But I do like these. He's got himself a new logo here. It looks like College Football Addiction with a guy with a cowboy skull with a cowboy hat and sunglasses on. I think those are sunglasses. I got to say, I like that. And also, where do you get these types of signs made? I would like one.
Do me a favor and subscribe below. Now, first, I am hearing that there is a good chance that FSU could play this upcoming 2024 season outside of the ACC. Now, I'll repeat it for you because I know you probably just think, wait, are you sure about that? I am hearing there is a good possibility that Florida State University could play this upcoming 2024 football season outside of the Atlantic Coast Conference.
I told you, thought I was making it up.
So we stop right there.
Yeah, stop right there. I told you.
Casket!
Independence, bro.
Do you know what independence looks like, bro?
You're staring at it.
I'm going to be completely honest with you. I am saying those words out loud, and I'm right there with you. Those words sound absolutely bananas to me. But before you go racing,
what I just said sounds bananas to me.
Down to the comments to tell me how crazy I am, just hear me out.
Let's hear him out.
Trust me, what I'm about to tell you is real, and you better buckle up for this one. What I'm going to explain today is going to have massive impacts on every team in the ACC and in the Big 12, the SEC, and the Big 10. I also want to warn you guys that I'm not going to be right on everything that we discuss on this channel. Part of what enables us to give you information faster than On3 and 247 is that they have to wait for word to become official.
TJ, okay.
For discussing things is that things are more likely than not.
Can we turn them up a tad bit? No,
I do promise
it's all the way up.
This. If you keep count, we're going to be a lot more right than we are wrong. And if we're wildly speculating on something that's a long shot, I'm going to tell you that beforehand. And if we tell you something is a done deal, you can also...
Somebody in his comment section called him the QAnon of college football. I thought that was funny.
That to the bank. So what are we talking about today with FSU? I would honestly put the odds at slightly over 75% that they don't play this year within the ACC. And after I explain to you guys why FSU would do this, I think most of you are going to agree with that percentage. So getting back to FSU, what
we're not.
Is that their plan is in place for them to go independent for the 2024 football season. Now, I'll tell you this is something that was rumored and that I heard months ago, and I personally shot down and said to the people who whispered it to me, there is no chance. Schedules are already set. There's no way that they will not be in the Atlantic Coast Conference this year. And now I'm backtracking on my own thoughts. And I know that you think I'm crazy, but we're going to...
He said that like 3 times.
I think that could be a possibility. What could that possibly look like, though? First,
Yarn it in gold, dude.
Schedule would not change. Trying to change hotels, air travel, where games are played this late into the process is unrealistic. So if this happens, you can expect that Florida State would play its current ACC schedule. Now, next, this would lead to some emergency court filings because they would need to be expedited decisions on whether or not the grant of rights is enforceable or not. If a judge rules it's not,
The amount of mental gymnastics that's going on here is actually pretty impressive.
University is going to put up their home games for bid, and they're going to end up making more money than they would in the ACC.
See, so what he's saying, because he's doing a very long-winded way of saying so, what he's saying is they're going to dissolve the conference, and those teams that dissolve are going to agree together to play the schedule and take the highest bidder for their TV home games. That's what he's saying. In 2024.
Non-FSU fans listening who might be getting bored with this. I'm talking to you, Clemson, North Carolina, NC State, Duke, Virginia, Pittsburgh fans. You're going to want to stick around, though, because we have a tidbit at the end, something special for you guys in just a moment. Back to FSU. Why would they do this? To me, this is a masterclass in game theory. And it's really just simple math.
What?
If you believe that the ACC is going to drag out this court case for as long as possible to keep Florida State in the conference, which they plan to do, and if you've determined that you are worth more independently than in the ACC, which they are, and you believe that the grant of rights is null and void and legally unenforceable, which Florida State believes that, all of those add up to the fact that
he's leaving a big part out. The reason that Florida State believes that the contract is null and void is because their stance is, and again, I'm not a lawyer. I'm 2 IQ points from being a potato head. All right, so I'm not saying that I'm an expert on this because I'm not. But from what I gather, Florida State's position on this is that the ACC indeed is the one that violated the contract to make it null and void. Not that it's just null and void for no reason. So that's the position that they're taking.
You have nothing to lose by going independent for a year. You still have a path to the college football playoffs. You have Notre Dame, so you have a tiebreaker because you play them on the road in South Bend to determine this already built into your schedule. If FSU is right about the grant of rights, they get more for being an independent. They expedite their legal case because there's no longer anything to gain by locking them into the conference. And I'll even give you an added bonus as to why FSU would choose this path. FSU can't just leave the ACC and flee to the SEC because ESPN owns both conferences, and it creates a problem.
Now, I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt here. When he says that the ESPN owns the SEC and the ACC, clearly he didn't mean that. I don't think. I think what he meant was they own the TV contract.
FSU goes independent for a year, beats the ACC in court. It dramatically reduces the legal risk and allows FSU to consider all options on the table. But I know what you guys will say. What's the worst case scenario? What if this goes horribly wrong for FSU? Let's talk about that. If the worst case scenario plays out for FSU and the court rules that the ACC does get to keep its home game rights until 2036, something that I'd say is probably less than a 10% chance of happening based on legal findings, I'd still argue that this is a smart decision. You're going to have to buy back your full rights, which was already going to happen. You expedited the settlement, which is a benefit. My point is this: if you're deciding that staying in the ACC is not acceptable for your program's future, then the worst case scenario will cost you exactly the same, whether you stay in the ACC this year or leave. So when you do the math, this isn't particularly a tough decision for FSU. Now, yesterday, Reddit College Football made a pretty valid point on
Reddit College Football made a valid point. Well, that's an oxymoron.
When they posted, today's legal filing from Florida State specifies that the ACC seeks to control FSU's media rights for a dozen years after FSU exits the ACC. 12 years before 2036 is 2024. So moving on to all the other ACC teams, we recently told you guys that the Magnificent Seven are back in talks. For those of you
the Magnificent Seven,
the 7 ACC teams in discussions to dissolve the conference last year. Florida State, Clemson, UNC, NC State, Virginia Tech, and Miami. It's believed that you would need 8 votes to dissolve the ACC because of the simple majority spelled out in contract law in North Carolina. A few days after our video, Brett McMurphy dropped this tweet when he said, "Giddy up, that's 2 now of the ACC's Mag 7 likely to leave." But is this really just the tip of the iceberg as far as the renewed push to dissolve the league? A few days later, we released a video going into great detail why the mid-tier ACC teams have a June 30th deadline for deciding whether to dissolve the league. Now, in that video, we provided numerous reasons as to why this made good sense for the middle ACC teams like Miami, Louisville, Duke, Virginia Tech, Pitt, and NC State. And
you like how you just called Miami a mid-level ACC team?
Cal and SMU joined and thus raised the voting thresholds. We warned folks about being trapped in the conference without Florida State, Clemson, and UNC, when ESPN would then have the power to force you to lower.
Thinking to start cutting carbs, I need to drop my belly fat.
If you want to drop
your media deal or just end it altogether. That's not necessarily ESPN negotiating from a position of strength. That is negotiating with a gun to the other person's head. And you can't win like that. We told you guys, pretty much all of you have homes in the Big 12. And we also did a video on how it's possible that several of you may even find your way to the Power 2. And
again, I don't know anything about this guy. Seems like a nice guy, clearly a college football fan. But he's saying a lot of things, but not explaining. Like he's just throwing like all this stuff out there. Like, yeah, they're gonna make more money as an independent. Yeah, there'll be teams spread through all out there, in the Big 12 and maybe even the Pac-12. Like based on what? Where are you getting this information? I think I know where. Based on the comments that he's made. He's on message boards and Reddit.
Negotiating with your options open is always going to be a far better situation. And now here's the mind-blowing part. What if 8 teams dissolve the conference to avoid the ACC buyout? The grant of rights dies with it immediately, and all the teams in the ACC followed FSU's plans. Everyone in the ACC agreed to play the 2024 season as independents. Playing the schedule as laid out. Auctioning off their media rights.
There you go.
You mid-tier
Y'all thought I was lying.
teams, would this not provide you the perfect opportunity to negotiate what is in the best interest of your program? It buys you a full year of making the best possible decision, whether that's to reform the ACC, whether that's to join the Big 12, or whether that is to take a partial share in the Big 10 or the SEC. At the end of the day, it gives you options, and options are the best thing you can have when negotiating a contract. There's no way you guys want to be held hostage by the group of 5 schools that are joining the ACC.
So the reason I'm confused about this line of thought is in one sentence he says, well, the Florida State's going to win the court case and get out of the ACC because the ACC violated the contract, or at least that's Florida State's position. And I think probably Clemson's too. And the other one, but in the other breath, he goes, well, forget the court case. The conference is going to be dissolved anyway because it's going to be a majority to vote to get out, and they're all going to go independent for a year. Well, which one is it?
No offense to SMU, Cal, Stanford, BC, Wake, Syracuse, and Georgia Tech. But everyone in the ACC is looking out for their best interest.
And I'm not saying he's wrong. I don't know. I don't know anything. But I just don't know where he's getting. I don't understand. I mean, he just goes, I got sources, which is what they all say. So I just don't know. Like, who's your source? Is it somebody on a message board? Or do you know somebody that works at Florida State?
And when Florida State, Clemson, and UNC are gone, that's all that you'll be able to do. The group of 5 teams are going to be an absolute chain around your wrists. And like I told you in another video, if you don't believe me, here is my challenge to all of the ACC ADs. Try to negotiate an exit path from the league yourself. See if they allow it, or if they try to trap you worse than what they've done to Florida State, Clemson, and UNC.
Well, I will agree with him here. at some point it becomes a financial burden if more and more teams start to sue the ACC. Then they're involved in 6, 7, 8 different separate lawsuits individually. That's financially draining on the ACC to do that. That is a strategy.
See. In closing, I have one final ask of you. If you are a fan of those teams, if you truly care about your program and you believe in this video, do me a favor and share it with other fans. We don't ask for shares very often because YouTube will find the people who are interested, but I would absolutely suggest sharing and tagging.
I'm sharing it with 25 people right now.
Trustees, your board of chancellors, whatever your school has, if you're part of these programs that I've mentioned. Now, FSU has created the perfect win-win scenario for teams to escape the sinking ship that is the ACC with a one-year streak of independence. And by working together, it's on the other teams to take the lifeboat and not let the group of 5 schools tie you down. FSU is going to beat the grant of rights, and your lawyers already know this. But whether FSU, Clemson, and UNC have to pay someone a buyout or not, it's certainly not going to be enough money to save you from having this anchor around your programs until 2036, with ESPN being the only one who has the power to remove that anchor and unilaterally blow up the deal. We also got one more juicy nugget, and if you stuck around to the very end of this video, I appreciate you. But we've talked a lot about our composition clause. It's something we've covered.
One thing I noticed is, and again, I'm not trying to trash this guy. I'm playing his video, but he's making a lot of like assumptions, but not really explaining why he believes that it's going to happen. You know, I mean, you could say anything you want. Florida State's going to win the case. Everyone's going independent. Okay. How?
Covered extensively over on the Double Fries channel within the ACC agreement. Now, ESPN could be blown up and not pay anything to the ACC schools that are remaining if 2 or more schools leave the conference before June 30th. That's the nugget that we have for you. We'll see if anything comes of that, but obviously that June 30th deadline is approaching, like we told you in a previous video, because of Cal, Stanford, and SMU joining the very next day. I know a lot of you are familiar with a certain message board thread. Shout out to Regal for all that he does to alert the masses on the 3.
You see?
This is, do you know what independence looks like, bro?
You see?
You're staring at it.
Shout out to the message boards. This is where I'm getting this is what you just said. They're spreading this information. Shout out to them.
Because of Cal, Stanford, and SMU.
Here we go.
The very next day. I know a lot of you are familiar with a certain
I told you
thread. Shout out to Regal Knoll for all that he does to alert the masses on the On3 FSU page.
Yep.
The goal of today's video is to continue to do our part to crater this godforsaken conference. Again, if you would do us the favor of sharing this, we certainly would appreciate it.
I'm sharing it.
I am down
with
to
27 people now.
I know it's out there. I know it sounds crazy, but don't be shocked if things start to play out the way that we're telling you.
Okay.
It is ludicrous. I told you earlier, saying it out loud sounds ludicrous, but don't be shocked if and when it starts to go down. I appreciate you guys for watching. I appreciate your passion.
There you go. According to him, Florida State winning the lawsuit, conference dissolving, everybody going independent for 1 year, and then joining one of the 3 remaining conferences. What do y'all think about that? Let's see who's in here. Matt Dummett's here, Jay Shipes, P. Digits, D. Taylor, Jeremy Garrettson, Brad Pitt, Tiger Baskins. Did I already say him? Traveling Fool says, yo, 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 yo. Edward O. Nuss bus driver. The Nature Boy, dog behind enemy lines. Seminole Seth. Harry Leg. Young Seminole, what's up? So I hope that everything that guy said is true, but I'm reluctant to believe that it is. Oh. I think the best case scenario is that they come to some sort of agreement. It becomes too much for the ACC financially to continue to fight, and just comes to some sort of agreement. I think that's the most likely scenario. But we'll know, I guess, by, what do you say, June 30th? That's the magical day. When the college football world will be turned on its side. We need Huffer Billy Paul to come in here and explain it to us. Because he's got it all figured out. He says this case is going federal to the Supreme Court. That's what he said this morning. And not only this guy, the College Football Addiction channel, but some other channels that I watched also are claiming that this may become a criminal lawsuit, mainly against John Swofford. Conflict of interest, civil suits, criminal suits. I heard somebody say he's going to jail. I don't know. He's going to be locked up with Hillary Clinton and Donald Trump probably. They'll share a cell together, I guess. I don't know. The judge kept telling the ACC lawyers and FSU lawyers, y'all should be mediating. Yeah. Yeah, I think those times have passed. But I don't know. What's up, Zona? All right. Well, it's been a somewhat of a hiatus of this segment on the show. But let's give it a spin. University of Washington football player arrested and charged with raping 2 women. Yeah, that's not good. A University of Washington football player has been arrested and charged with raping 2 women in Seattle, and court documents say he played in 2 college football playoff games for the school after at least one of the allegations was known to the university. Uh-oh. Seattle police officers arrested 18-year-old Tylen Tybo Rogers on Friday and booked him into the King County Jail. He was charged Tuesday with second-degree rape and third-degree rape, and his bail was set at $150,000 in each case. It wasn't immediately known if Rogers of Bakersfield, California, has an attorney to comment on his behalf. Jail records show he's released on bond. Efforts to contact him by Associated Press were immediately successful. Rogers has been suspended from all team activities until further notice. The University of Washington Athletic Department said in a statement on Tuesday the university will continue to gather facts and cooperate with police as requested. So there you go. That sounds like that's all we know at this point. So I'm not going to continue to read this long article. He's been arrested, and that's really all we know. So we'll keep an eye on that. Judge takes away a man's Dodge Charger Hellcat after he acted like a Hellcat owner. What? A judge can take your car away? That's news to me. An infamous Dodge Charger Hellcat driver who found himself recklessly driving and speeding in his Belttown Hellcat has been barred from driving the car. Not any car. He can still drive if he wants to, but he cannot drive his Hellcat anymore. What? What?
Cast Biscuit!
Now,
Okay, do I sound stoned to you right now?
at the end of March, Miles Hudson was pulled over in the Soto neighborhood of Seattle, Washington. Everything's in Seattle today. When the police heard him revving his engine to a deafening degree, according to the police report. Just a couple. This sounds like Jay's car, except not the engine. It's the speakers. I wonder if they're going to take away Jay's speakers. Jay, they might not allow you to play your music anymore. They're taking the stuff away from people. No. A couple of days later, on April the 2nd, Hudson was pulled over again, and the cops let him know they had seen him on Instagram and knew he had over 700,000 followers, according to the Seattle Times. As a condition of his release from jail after a hearing on April the 9th, the 20-year-old can't drive the 2023 Charger Hellcat jailbreak. Locals absolutely hate for at least a year. What? That doesn't even make any sense. He's not allowed to drive the 2023 Hellcat jailbreak. Locals absolutely hate for at least a year. What?
Okay, do I sound stoned to you right now?
Does anybody know what that means? I guess anybody can write on the internet. Like I said, he can still drive any other car. I've never seen anything like this, and it's so funny. What? I don't think that a judge can say you can drive, but not that car. That sounds like bullshit to me. You know what that sounds like to me? Complete bullshit.
That is bullshit! That is bullshit!
You can either drive or you can't. Car's legal, isn't it? Oklahoma judge orders Kansas City Chiefs superfan Chiefsaholic to pay $10.8 million to a bank teller. The fuck? There's Chiefaholic. I don't know what being dressed as a werewolf has to do with the Chiefs at all. I thought they were the Chiefs, not the werewolves. An Oklahoma judge ordered a Kansas City Chiefs superfan known as Chiefsaholic, who admitted to a series of bank robberies, to pay $10.8 million to a teller who was assaulted with a gun. This guy's a bank robber? So he robs banks during the week, and then he goes to Chiefs games on Sunday? What the fuck? I need to make a movie about this guy. This guy's a legend. A judge in Tulsa handed down an order last week that says Xavier Michael Babudar, age 29, who is known for attending Chiefs games dressed as a wolf. Former bank teller Peyton Garcia alleged that Bubadar used a gun to assault her during a robbery of Bixby, Oklahoma Credit Union in December of 2022. The judge ordered that Budabar pay Garcia $3.6 million for. Now, does he get to use the money that he's robbed from the bank to pay her, or is he got to come up with three? Something tells me he doesn't. Outside of the money he stole from the bank, he doesn't have $3.6 million. I'm just going out on a limb and saying I don't think he's got that kind of money. Except if you accept $100 bills, he's probably got it then. He's got lots of those. Anyway, he got charged. He got another $7.2 million in punitive damages. I'm willing to let any of you pistol whip me as long as you agree to pay me $10 million afterwards. Sounds like a good deal. Pistol whip the shit out of me if you want. Just don't kill me. A lot of people get pistol whipped and they never see a dollar. So This bank teller made out like a bandit. I think the judge feels that way, Frazier told the Associated Press. She did not come right out and say it during the hearing, but I argued that nobody should be able to profit from this. Frazier said if Budabar ever sold his story, wrote a book, or was somehow able to profit from his story, his client would be able to collect some of the judgment against him. Wow. So now the guy that robbed the banks is saying if the teller ever writes a tell-all book about her experience, that he gets part of that profit. Hey, Hufferbilly, do you want to come on and explain to us? I'll get to the news here in just a minute, in about 10 minutes. I mean, I get done with the news here in about 10 minutes and open up the StreamYard. If you want to come on and explain the court case to us, that would be amazing and fantastic. You don't have to stay on for an hour if you don't want to. You can just come on and give us your dissertation and then go about your day. I don't want to put you out, you know. So there you go. Chiefs superfan, Chiefsaholic, who, well, I don't know. He might moonlight as a super fan, and bank robbing is his main job, or his main job is being a super fan and bank robbing is his moonlighting job. I don't know. Either one of those is acceptable as far as I'm concerned. Baton Rouge bar fight suspect wants to leave Louisiana for work in Mississippi. Why is that a news story? That a bartender wants to go take another bartending job somewhere else? I'm not clicking on that out of principle. A pediatrician on his way to see the solar eclipse dies after falling out of an Airstream. See, I knew it. I knew that damn eclipse was the reason for him dying. I knew it. I mean, they told us. They told us this was going to happen. This devil eclipse killed a pediatrician. A renowned pediatrician dies after falling out of an Airstream camper on New York's highway, reportedly while she's on her way to watch the total solar eclipse with her family on Monday. Dr. Monica, I'm not going to even try to pronounce that name, Waranika, I did try, I lied, age 58, fell out of a 2024 gray Airstream. It's a brand new Airstream. That's a 2024. You know, you can't tell because the Airstreams look like the same exact design as they did in the 70s. So, who would have known? Witnesses behind the Airstream claimed that they saw the passenger side door of the Airstream open. Monica's arm hanging on the door after wind caused the door to swing open, causing her to be thrown from the Airstream. Oh, that's terrible. I blame it on the eclipse, though, not the wind. Well, that's a depressing story. Florida woman is sentenced to a month in jail for selling Biden's daughter's diary. What? Do I want to click on that? You know what? I don't. A video shows Chicago police fired nearly 100 shots over 41 seconds during a traffic stop. They might want to go back to the range and practice if they're firing 100 rounds. They're not hitting anything. A Massachusetts road rage attack ends with the driver making a U-turn to mow down a woman. What do these people think is going to happen when you purposely run somebody over? Do they think that they're not going to jail for that? The Massachusetts road rage altercation left one woman dead and one man behind bars last week. Ryan Sweat got into an apparent road rage incident with another car on Route 85 in Hopkinton on Thursday night and struck a woman who got out of the car. A 26-year-old woman, Destiny DeKoff, died on Sunday from those injuries. At some point during Thursday's confrontation, officials said some of the occupants of the car got out, and Sweat made a U-turn in his Honda Civic and hit the woman at a high rate of speed. Sweat told the police that DeKoff and 4 men got out of their car and surrounded his car, according to the police report. One had a knife, he said, and shouted to responding officers that they're trying to kill me. The 36-year-old Milford resident was charged with assault and battery with a dangerous weapon causing serious bodily injury, operating to endanger a marked lanes violation, according to the district attorney's office, which could not immediately reach to answer whether additional charges would be filed in light of her death. He turned around multiple times and could have just kept going. He chose to turn around. He knew what he was doing when he went towards that girl. Martin said that the impact caused DeKoff's clothes to fly off when she was thrown by the vehicle. I saw her midair kind of coming down towards the street. This is very graphic. Her jacket must have been 20 feet away from her. However, she got hit. Those clothes flew right off. There is the young woman. Oh, then this is where he really fucked up. He left the scene after that. He pulled away from the scene at 6:30 p.m. after the incident. When police caught up to him, his windshield was damaged. He allegedly got out of the car screaming, "They're trying to kill me." Yeah. Wow. Yet another depressing story, which is why I only do this news segment about once a month at this point. What's up? Welcome to the show.
What's up, Pete?
What's up, Nate?
Not much. Actually, what happened for Billy? I thought he was supposed to come on.
He can come on anytime.
Okay, I was making sure.
Yeah, the news is always depressing, especially in an election year.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's either about Donald Trump or AOC or whatever, or about people getting ran over by cars.
Yeah, hurt in general.
Yeah. We need a feel-good story.
Yes, or a funny story in general.
Uh-oh. Everybody hold on to your hats here. Welcome, Huffer-Billy Paul, to the show. How are you doing today, sir?
I'm good. Good.
Early this morning, and I mean early, I caught the glimpses of a trial down in Florida. And God help them. When I say this, the ACC is in trouble. Man, they are in deep trouble.
We already knew that.
Mm-hmm. No, they're in trouble legally now. But that's fun.
Okay.
It was a good time. But anyway, continue on.
No, I want you to explain to us what happened yesterday and what do you think is going to happen in the future. And I'm not even trolling you. I'm curious to know what your thoughts are here.
No,
I'm curious too.
I'll be blunt about
Please.
this. I don't think that neither Florida State nor Clemson get out without a lot of money paid.
What do you consider to be a lot of money?
$200 million.
200.
Yeah.
Where are you coming up with that number?
Well, it's less than 550.
And more than 100?
It's more than 120.
Okay. Fair enough.
Let's be honest. But
so you're just making a number up, is what you're saying.
Well, to a certain extent.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's going to land in the middle. Is what I'm pointing at.
Okay.
You know, they're going to have to come to an agreement. But the problem that this case in Florida really revealed, and it was kind of fun to watch, is that all these people who are saying, well, the teams have no choice. They don't have to pay all this grant of rights money. There's so much dirty laundry that has to be exposed. And this judge even pointed out, he goes, I know that the North Carolina case said, this can continue in North Carolina. And he says the same thing here in Florida. We have sunshine laws. We have, as a state, we have an interest in this case. There's $700 million to $800 million at stake here for Florida. So he just basically said, no, we're going to do the case in Florida too. So now it's going to go to the federal courts because it's a dispute between states. So that's really what happened yesterday. But the judge was fun in that he indicated that Florida State's assertions have standing other than just the case going forward. He was pointing out some of the facts of the case and that these things need to be opened up and investigated with discovery.
So hold on. There's two separate cases. You have the court filing, Florida State versus the ACC in the state of Florida, and you have the court filing, ACC versus Florida State in the state of North Carolina. Is that right?
Right. That's
so,
right. And
is it true that the judge in North Carolina said the same thing that the judge in Florida said, basically saying that the ACC also has a standing against Florida State in North Carolina?
That's right. And so both are going to go to the federal courts now because neither one will agree with the other. Okay.
Does that favor the ACC or Florida State?
So the judge in Florida, what I call appeal proofing is he cited a bunch of federal cases that parallel these litigations, right? He cited them in favor of what Florida State's arguing. And he cited he did 10 of them or 8 of them. And so he was appeal proofing his decision. When it gets to the federal courts, they're going to have to go back and look at all of those other cases and say, no, we're going to override all that. So the ACC is on the back foot now. They're on their heels because the federal law is in favor of what FSU's arguing.
Right. Okay? Do you think that it is interesting, to say the least, that Florida State is at least indicating that there was some illegal activity going on within the ACC, mainly with John Swofford and his son?
Yeah, no, that's going to come out in discovery now. And ESPN,
they're playing dirty.
Yeah, they don't want it. They don't want it. You know that because it's
dirty.
Criminal, actually. That's what's going to happen. They could be put in jail and do jail time now. So if the ACC were smart, and they're not, they would negotiate as quickly as possible. But I don't think they're that smart. And so there's going to be a long federal court, probably criminal filings coming up against people, not just the ACC.
Well, I saw some idiot today I think it was on Twitter, said something about Florida State's going to file criminal. Florida State can't file criminal charges.
No,
I don't know what people are. The DA needs to do that.
That's right. It's going to come to the DA in Florida. That's what's going to happen, not Florida State. But that being said, it's the shit is hit the fan, as I like to say with Hunter S. Thompson. I gave a quote earlier today. Hunter S. Thompson wrote that book, the Nixon campaign and all, and he said, get money, guns, and lawyers. The shit has hit the fan. And that's what's happened. Yeah. So.
All right.
Anyway, that's the update. I don't want to take over.
No, but so I'm glad you explained that to us. Now, where do you think this thing's going to ultimately end, and how do you? I mean, I know you don't know. Nobody knows. But what's your prediction? Do you think that the ACC is eventually just going to settle and say, all right, you can get out, just pay us $100 million, and we'll call it a day? Or do you think
I do think it's going to be?
They're going to fight it to the end.
Yeah. Yeah, it's going to be 250 million. Everybody's going to pay. Everybody's going to be happy, and we're all going to go home. That's what's going to happen.
So the ACC won't exist anymore then?
Well, if they do, it'll be completely different form, right? They'll have to go get probably two more schools into the fold, some of the group of 5 people or whatever. Maybe they can convince West Virginia to leave, the Big 12.
Big 12. Yep.
I doubt it, but
I don't know why anybody who's in a somewhat stable conference would want to leave to come to a dumpster fire like the ACC. That doesn't make any sense.
I agree.
Well,
yeah.
I think
there's kind of one reason. Maybe
what reason?
West Virginia and Pitt. Well, West Virginia and Pitt. I don't know.
That's not worth $100 million to West Virginia just to be in the same conference as Pitt.
Never mind.
Yeah.
No. And look, I mean this is the fun part of it, right? I don't know, and we don't know. None of us know, but it is curious how long the ACC is going to try and cling to some hope of not having this go away, the whole conference go away. I think they're doing it out of complete desperation to the point that it's ridiculous. That's all. So,
well, they're the ones being sued.
Yeah.
No, the ACC sued.
A countersuit.
Yeah, they went after them first. They filed the first lawsuit.
Who did? The ACC?
Yes, they filed the very first lawsuit against Florida State before theirs ever came around. Okay, and the judge mentioned that. He said this is forum shopping. They're shopping. They wanted to be the first to the court. And he says it's a classic case. And he cited more federal law where that should not be precedent. They should not be able to do that. They didn't even follow their own process but he even asked, he says, in your filing, you should have told us which schools were present in the vote to sue Florida State. And they don't have it because they didn't get it. That's the point. So he basically exposed the what out of them. He did. And that was great.
I have to go, but hopefully you Pete are still on when I get back. But I have to go get my dentist appointment, which is right across the street. So,
all right.
Root canal? Is it a root canal?
Hopefully you're still live. So, yeah.
You getting your teeth cleaned?
I don't know, probably.
Oh, you don't even know what you're doing?
Nope.
All right.
Good luck,
yeah, good luck.
I'll see you later if you're still live.
All right. See you later, Nate.
I don't know what's worse, this ACC lawsuit or a dental appointment. Pretty bad.
Yeah. Well. Oh.
No. So I sent a note in the chat here. I said, I'm worried about Volusia after the spring game. He may be suicidal.
No, he was on the show on Monday.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
No, I'm just curious how he was thinking about all that. Yeah, you can overhype the damn spring game. I mean, you really can't. But it is. It would be nice to see some glimpses of hope.
Well, according to TigerNet, pyramids are great hope. So I cling to that, I guess.
No. I mean, all I'm saying is Cade should do better in these situations. That's all.
Sure.
I mean, he really should. And Pierman played with the same players he did. They had him on both sides of the ball, and he just did much better decision making. That's all. It's very disturbing.
Yeah, he didn't look good. He didn't look good against Clemson. You're right.
No. Which is even.
I mean,
you practice against them all the damn time, brother. I mean, what is wrong with you? Hey.
I mean, in order to beat Georgia, he's going to have to do good against good teams like Clemson.
Yeah. Well, right. Clemson's defense is elite. Clemson's defense is elite. Don't get me wrong. But you've been playing against them all this time. The least you could do is at least show up in this game. God dang, man. Frustrating.
Yeah.
But I don't think it's the end of the world. I think you're right. I mean, when you said, it's just a spring game, half the people weren't even playing. Like half his weapons aren't
right
on the field. You know what I mean? So you got to, not take it as a absolute. It's not. but the directional is not good. That's all.
Yeah, Clemson looked terrible in that game. They couldn't even beat Clemson.
Yeah.
I mean, shocking.
Well, Pearman could, which is even more disturbing. He's a walk-on, for God's sakes. I mean, Jesus Christ. Yeah, this sad. But that being said, it was a good. I enjoyed watching the defensive backs myself. They were really good. Feaster and those other guys. I mean, they were really good. They looked better than I thought they were going to look. So
yeah, defense looks
positive.
good.
Yeah,
Sammy Brown looks good too.
Yeah. Oh God. Yeah.
We need our.
That'll be what Georgia will have to work.
All we really need, and I'm not saying to make a. Well, I guess it's a 12-team playoff. So yeah, all we really need to make the playoff is to have a. We don't need Deshaun Watson or Trevor Lawrence. What we need is a stable quarterback who doesn't turn the ball over. The rest of the team is good enough in the ACC to get us into the top 12 at the end of the season. But just the indiscriminate turnovers constantly from the quarterback, then you end up like you did last year, 8-4, whatever.
So this is why, and I'm trying not to be hyperbolic here, but this is why Pearman appeals to me, because I think he makes better decisions in a hurry. And so
listen, I understand that people watched him for 10 minutes on last Saturday, and all of a sudden now he's the best. You know, he's Hunter Renfrow, but at the quarterback position, all of a sudden. Here's the thing with the Pearman love, and for all I know, maybe he is the best quarterback on the team. I have no idea. I don't know. I don't think anybody knows outside of Dabo Swinney and Garrett Riley, but the love affair for this guy is because he's a Clemson local. So all of these fans that live in that area, in the Greenville/Clemson area, they've been following this guy for the past 5 years when he was in high school, and they've got some sort of personal connection with him, Daniel High School, and so they want him to succeed, and I want him to succeed too. But just because he went out there on Saturday and was the best quarterback that day in practice. Doesn't mean that they're all of a sudden going to be like, okay, well, Cade Klubnik's on the bench now. Our walk-on quarterback from Daniel High School is now the starting quarterback for Clemson. That's not happening.
Look and listen.
Look and listen.
Okay? I don't like Pearman because of his dad. Okay? So I'm just going to go ahead and tell you.
Well, hold on now. You're putting his dad's indiscretions on him? That's not fair.
No. Listen, I'm seriously.
Look.
I'm serious here. I came into this completely jaded that he's even on the team. Okay, I mean, I don't even understand why he's playing for Clemson, right?
Well,
it's nepotism. So
he's a walk-on.
I'm just saying that's my first impression, right? I mean, early on, that's kind of how I felt about him. And then I watched him in action, right? And yeah, maybe it was a wild-haired, he just freaking performed off the chains for one game or whatever. But it's clear to me that he's better than I would have given him credit for.
So that answers you just said I don't even know why he's on the team, and then you just got done saying he's better than you thought he was going to be.
No,
so which one is it?
I'm pointing out I was wrong.
Okay, you're wrong.
Prejudge him. That's all. I'm not saying that I'm a sycophant for Pearman. I'm not doing that. I'm not. I'm just saying until now, I didn't even realize that he was really that good. That's all.
So.
And that's my fault.
So maybe the coaches thought he was pretty good. That's why they signed him.
Well, there's a lot of reasons why Sweeney's kids are on the team too. So
no, I think they're all like they're no. Is there any Sweeney boys left? I don't think there's.
He's the holder.
Oh, they still got one left.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
But that's okay. I mean, look. He's a good holder.
It's got to be his final year.
Yeah, but he is a good holder. I mean, he's a really talented kid.
He's a really talented holder.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, good.
But anyway, that's my biggest concern is I think that they've invested so much in Klubnik, in Vizina too, by the way. that they can't they can't admit that Pierman may be the best. He may be the.
So they said the same thing about Klubnik when DJ was starting. Remember that?
I know.
Bench DJ, he sucks. He's terrible. We got Klubnik over here. The guy never lost a high school game. Put him in. He's better. Well, then DJ moves on to Oregon State. Klubnik comes in last year. Now all of a sudden, fast forward to 2024. Oh, put in Pierman. He's better. Klubnik's no good.
Listen,
hey,
I'm not.
You said that about Klubnik.
I'm not arguing what you're saying. I agree with you. I think that's what we always do. But at least have the open mind as a coach to let him prove himself to be not that guy.
But what evidence do we have that he's not giving Pierman or Vizina an opportunity to take that job from Klubnik? We don't.
Well, we don't, because we don't get to see all the practices.
Right.
So
ding, ding, ding.
That's the problem. But it would be nice to see something flash with Klubnik.
I saw somebody on Twitter, a Clemson fan, saying that Pierman reminds him of Tom Brady. And I go, well, if that's true, then don't play him, because Tom Brady was terrible in college.
He sucked at Michigan. He sucked. What the hell?
What kind of comparison is that?
Very good. No, I'm not. I don't think Pierman's a savior.
They'll just keep saying, put the next guy in. You might run through 10 quarterbacks before you find the one that you want, and you go, see, I told you. I told you he was better. What about the other 9?
It's fine. I mean, look, Klubnik's going to get the job, and he's going to be the one until he's not. And then we'll know, right? I mean, that's the reality of it all. We could all pontificate and speculate and do all those crazy things, but Klubnik's in there until he's not.
Yeah, he is.
And we'll see when when that day comes. It's not going to come in the Georgia game, I'll tell you that. They ain't going to take a chance on Pierman in the Georgia game.
No, and they shouldn't. And that's kind of my point.
No, they're not. And I get it. I'm not delusional, even though I seem like it. But at times it's so frustrating that we just don't play the best player at the position because we have some loyalty thing going on, and that just bugs me. It really does.
So, did Dabo have loyalty to Kelly Bryant when he benched him for Trevor Lawrence?
Actually, I think that he held on to the Kelly Bryant thing a lot longer than you think. He let him play in that national championship game, and probably shouldn't have, be honest. But that's okay. I mean,
you mean the playoff game?
Dabo is loyal to a fault, to be honest.
Yeah,
he is, and there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, I'd say it like it's a bad thing, but
I don't know. I mean, Kelly Bryant at that time was a seasoned quarterback. He had an amazing one-loss season the year before that.
Yeah,
and he let them battle it out in the first 4 games, and he chose Lawrence. I don't think that's being loyal to a fault.
I just think that Lawrence
seems like the responsible thing to do, and it worked out too because Clemson won a national title that year.
Yeah, Lawrence was so far off the chain. Same thing with Deshaun Watson, right? DW. I mean, when you see it, you know it, right? Pierman isn't that.
Right.
Okay?
That's my point.
Let's be honest.
They want him to be
at best. Kind of scary, but anyway, no. I just hope that I just hope they do the right thing in the long run. But that Georgia game is going to be bad.
Yeah, I'm not convinced of that. I mean, Georgia's replacing a lot of players too. I don't know why everyone's just like assuming that they're just going to steamroll over Clemson. I mean, you can think that if you want to, but I'm not convinced.
It's not like Georgia doesn't have sharks.
I want to know who on Georgia's offense is going to score points against Clemson's defense. Can somebody explain that to me?
Well, first of all, they got a good quarterback. So
they got a good quarterback.
Way better than Klubnik. Okay?
Right.
Let's be honest. they didn't recruit wide receivers. I mean, they rarely use them, but they recruited them. They have tight ends too. You know, they're not horrible, but they have running backs. And so I think Georgia will put up points even against Clemson's elite defense. The question is, can we score more than 10 points in that game? That's the question.
Really? Yeah, they can.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna trust.
I mean, they could score that just running the ball. Kate Klubnik could hand the ball off 80 times and they could score 10 points.
I am hopeful that you're right. I just don't know. I don't feel confident. I just don't. And look, I want them to do that. Look, if Clemson scores 24 points, we win the game. Okay? The defense will hold Georgia. They will hold them. But we got to score some points. We have to. It's a requirement. I mean,
yeah, I'm not making a score prediction this early.
No.
I probably, if the line stays where it's at around 2 touchdowns, I probably will take Clemson in the points.
Yeah,
that's a lot of points.
No, it'll be close. It'll be close. But I'm not saying Georgia's going to run over us and it's going to be a blowout or anything. My only concern is, can we score enough to let the defense take the game? That's the key. And I don't know. I'd be honest with you. The spring game didn't give me hope. That's all I'm going to say. It looked disjointed, not in sync, not on time. Bad decision making, things like that. That's the stuff you look at. I'm not looking at every play. I'm just saying, in general, it didn't look good. That's all.
Yeah, I agree.
But at the same time, man, we have some players, man. Wesco, whoo, he's going to be another new Hopkins.
Well, I don't want to, the same way I don't get too excited or down about a player's performance, I don't get too excited about one either. So, to me, he looks like what they've been missing as far as a big body who's fast on the outside. He can play the outside and the inside, which is what they've been missing. They've got a bunch of speedster, smaller guys, but they're missing that, that Mike Williams type player.
Yep.
And I think he could potentially be that, but it's way too early to be crowning him the second coming of Sammy Watkins or anything. But
I know, but the thing is that we haven't even, other than Antonio Williams, we haven't seen a good receiver come through in about 3 years.
Well, they're signing a bunch of good ones. They're just not panning out on the field. A good example of that is Adam Randall. I mean, the guy is he had a couple of catches in the spring game too, but
I think he's probably going to have a breakout year.
Well, they said that last year too.
No, but he's an aggressive receiver, right? I mean, he goes for the ball. He's not shy. He doesn't have alligator arms. You know what I mean? He won't. Well,
he can't get open. That's his problem. Pete, and this is the other thing too. I see after every Clemson game, why aren't they throwing number 8 the ball? Why aren't they? That's Adam Randall. Because he's not open. Ever. Anytime they do throw him the ball, he makes a miraculous catch completely covered, and they go, hey, see how good he is? He made that catch completely covered by 2 people. But he's always covered. That's the problem.
He doesn't know how to cut. And this is, there should be a clinic. I always said this. Renfro should be a receiver clinic coach. He should just go out and teach the receivers.
Yeah, but he's playing in the NFL. He's got a job already.
I know, but I'm saying when he's done, he should teach them how to be a receiver. It's about cutting and moving in a precise and quick way where you get open. And then when the ball's thrown to you, you don't. If it touches your hands, you catch it. That's it.
Hufford Billy Paul wide receiver school 101. Get open, and when the ball is thrown your way, catch the ball.
Well, it's common sense.
It's common sense. Everybody knows that.
They don't do it.
Yeah.
That's what makes it bad. It's really frustrating me.
Catch the ball.
Just watch it.
Not that hard. Anybody can do it.
No, not anybody. Good athletes can do it. That's it. And you could be basketball player, whatever. It doesn't really matter. An athlete can do these things. And we, for some reason, recruit people who are not capable of being an athlete. I don't know why.
You think that there's anybody on Clemson's football team that's not a good athlete?
Randall.
Okay, so you think a 4-star receiver out of high school is not a good athlete?
It doesn't matter what the rank was. I'm telling you, on the field, he is not doing what a receiver.
He does. I'm not asking that. Yeah, you said he wasn't a good athlete.
Hey, if he was, he would be doing what he needs to do on the field.
All right.
Sorry. Yeah, I don't think he is. I just don't. He may be, have endurance and in shape, and he can run fast.
He's not in shape, and he's not an athlete.
He doesn't have the twitch factor. He doesn't. The jiggle, the moves. He doesn't have any of that. And that's important in this level of football. So
I do agree with you on one point, not pertaining to football players, but the jiggle is important.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, very important.
It always is.
No, I prefer the jiggle.
The jiggles are great.
Yeah,
and
I agree.
But no, I just feel bad for some of these guys that have been told all our lives that they're that great or that they're this, that, and the other thing, and they're not. And I just hate it because I don't think that they've been told the truth. They don't have the intangibles to be really great.
Right.
But McConkey and all these guys over on Georgia side, right? They showed you they have what it takes to be different.
Does Pearman have the jiggle?
Yes, he has it, but he doesn't have the he doesn't have what do you call it? The meat. He's
got the jiggle without the meat?
Yeah, he has a jiggle without the meat.
Dang.
He doesn't have it. He doesn't have the physical characteristics to really go far. But his mind,
what?
If you put his mind in Cade Klubnik's body.
Hold on, you got all this out of watching him play for 10 minutes in a spring practice game?
No, I actually went back. I've been looking at some of the other stuff in the
look into it.
History, and he's just got football IQ, right? He's got football IQ, and I don't think Cade does, which is sad. That's all I'm pointing out.
All right.
And Cade has all the physical characteristics, right? Ball IQ. He doesn't have the football je ne sais quoi, as you would like to say.
What does that mean? We don't speak French.
I know. I threw it in there for.
What's it mean? You said it.
Je ne sais quoi?
Yeah, what's it mean?
He has the attitude.
You don't know. What's the direct translation from je ne sais quoi?
He has the attitude. He has, if someone has je ne sais quoi, it's something that they exude that is not explainable.
Like sweat? It just pours out of their body?
Yeah, sort of.
Right.
But I like Cade. I like Cade as a person, but I don't think he has a je ne sais quoi on the football field. And that's sad. I hate to admit it because I wanted him to be the next coming, but he's not. And that doesn't mean Pearman is either. I'm just saying you can manage a game with the defense we have with a Pearman in charge, dumping the ball, dink and dunk, and get the damn thing down the field.
They should hire Hufferbilly Paul to come in to like one of those team meetings and give like a motivational speech.
Yeah.
You imagine him up there? You just see here. Look, listen, Clemson players. Here's the thing. Listen, look. But what you need is je ne sais quoi. How many of you guys raise your hand in here if you had the je ne sais quoi to play for Dabo Swinney and the Clemson Tigers? Hey, sir, what's je ne sais quoi mean? It means what it means. All right, it exudes from you.
It does. It's very good. It's a good thing. No, I just feel like that Clemson sometimes gets in its own way. When I say Clemson, the coaches, Dabo's team, is getting in their own way sometimes, and they just need to let the reality sink in. Klubnik's probably not that guy. Okay, now I get why they won't do that because it's going to piss off a bunch of other people. They're going to transfer and all this other nonsense. I get it, but at the same time, it'd be great if they just acknowledged, and they probably have somewhere in the deep bowels of the organization,
in the colon,
that Pierman,
the colon of the organization,
it's their best hope, man. It's their best hope.
Oh man, Pierman's the best hope, huh?
Which is scary. It's a scary proposition to even come to the realization of that.
I don't know what's more scary, that what you said or the fact that you believe it.
No, I don't know because I'm not in all the practices. I'm saying I expect that somebody is watching or paying attention, and they are trying to do their best to put lipstick on this pig and build Klubnik's confidence.
Is Klubnik the pig?
Yeah.
All right.
He's the pig. And he may shock everybody and come out and be good, but he hasn't done it yet. We're still waiting. So
yeah,
we'll
still
see.
waiting. Be waiting another year too. Keep waiting. Take a number, sit in line.
Yeah, my biggest concern is we're waiting and shit's hitting the fan right now. So I don't know. What are you gonna do? But anyway, hey, did you guys get to Pigeon Forge?
Well, we went to Dollywood.
Oh, okay.
That's in Pigeon Forge, technically.
Right.
Yeah. So we were only in Pigeon Forge when we went to Dollywood. Then we went into Gatlinburg.
Hmm. Did you ride that roller coaster? They got a great roller.
Yeah, they got a bunch of roller coasters. I was actually surprised about that.
Yeah.
They got like 10 roller coasters there.
You rode them, right?
Yeah, we did.
Oh, good. That's something. It's better than Six Flags, in my opinion, but that's just me.
I don't know. It seemed like every other amusement park that I've ever been to. Same difference. But the good thing was, because it was cold as shit that day. It was like 40 degrees. The park wasn't overwhelming. Like, we didn't have to wait more than 15 or 20 minutes to get on any ride, which is a big deal.
That's great.
Well,
Well,
because I'm not waiting. Look, they could be giving away free pussy on the line. I'm not standing in line for 2 hours for that. I'm not doing it. So.
Damn. Are you serious? Look, if they're giving away free pussy, I'm not going to stay in line for a long time.
No, we had a good time though. And Gatlinburg is cool. It's my first time being to Gatlinburg. It's way better than Pigeon Forge. I mean, Pigeon Forge is Myrtle Beach in the mountains.
Yeah.
Gatlinburg at least has some character to it. I liked it. I mean, it's not very big.
Yeah.
You can walk around the whole city in an hour.
I always say Gatlinburg is Vegas that vomited. That's really what it is. But it's kind of like Vegas, but it vomited. And my parents have a timeshare up there, and they want me to go up there every year. And I'm like, oh, I've been there, done that. I don't need to go back. But I hadn't been to Dollywood until last year.
Are you peeing?
Yes. Absolutely. Why not? I'm not on camera. All right.
Are you done peeing yet?
So I had to pee because I've been. Look, it smells like coffee too, which is the most depressing part
What?
of it all. Yeah, because I've been drinking so much coffee.
Tater Man does whatever a tater can. Runs down the hill, rubs the rock. The dirty Gamecocks can suck Pete's cock. Look out! Here comes the Tater Man.
Clemson fans piss me off.
Well, and look, I just pissed off in the toilet. So, but it was coffee mostly. I mean, it really is. I mean, now I'm switching over to beer.
Okay.
But anyway, that's funny. I like the Dollywood atmosphere better than I like Six Flags. That's all. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah.
I've been. You haven't done this, I'm sure. We went down for Halloween, in the season of Halloween at Six Flags, and a big mob fight broke out in Six Flags. Okay, I mean, not like just a little, like 10 people or anything.
How many people did you knock out?
Look, I'm a lover, not a fighter.
Okay,
right?
so you ran?
Yeah, I didn't run. I just stood there.
You stood there?
Stood there, and I had 3 boys with me because no one wanted to go, and it was kind of a celebration.
So instead of taking the children and running into a safe direction, you stood there and watched?
Well, I did push them into a safe area, right?
What?
Being said, I didn't
I pushed them into a safe area?
No, they didn't need to be in the middle of it, right? So I just pushed them all back.
You're such a good parent.
Yeah,
I pushed them into a safe area. They're fine.
No, I told them, I said, relax for a minute.
Relax. Listen, look and listen and relax. Listen to Uncle Paul. You're safe, okay?
And so I pushed them back, and I said, just hang on. And then it went down. It was a bad scene, and I'm telling you, I don't like Six Flags, just because they don't have enough. You know what I mean? Security.
Yeah, they don't have enough safe spaces.
No, they not even safe space. They have people that come in there looking to do trouble, and they don't do anything about it.
Yeah.
It's just the most ridiculous thing I've ever seen.
How do you identify the people who are looking for trouble? Do they look a certain way? Do they dress a certain way?
No. You could look. Look, listen. They come in. Look, they come in as a group, typically.
Oh, gang? You mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, gang.
And I'm telling you, you can tell. It's not hard.
Are they all wearing the same color?
Yes.
Do they all have the same?
They're all coordinated.
Do they all have the same color skin too, Paul?
No, they're loud. No, they're not all the same. No, listen, these people. There are 2 or 3 groups that come in there, and they want to use that damn park as their fighting grounds, which is the ridiculous. We're trying to have fun. They're in here trying to have a fucking fight. I'm like, what is wrong with this place? It's ridiculous. And It's not just one color, okay? I mean, it's a rainbow. But they because of Atlanta, that's what they want.
So you're saying keep the rainbow people out?
No, I'm just saying Six Flags has become kind of a playground for mischief, and that's
a playground for mischief.
Yeah, it is. It's not even necessary. That's why I try to tell people. It's like, why would you let that happen?
Yeah.
But it's ridiculous. And I loved Six Flags, man. When I was growing up, I did the log flume and all the
The what?
The scream machine and all
the log flume. What is that?
Yeah. The floating logs in the water, and it goes up, and, all that stuff.
What?
You never rode the damn logs in the water? They make these things that look like logs, right? And it seats three sets of people typically. Yeah. And it takes you up a little ramp, and it drops you down, and the water splashes all. You know what I mean? It's called log flume.
Yeah.
But that was that back in the day. It was called log flume. I don't know what it's called now.
Sounds like you'll be safe from those people who you say are causing trouble because they don't like the water.
Well, I don't know about all of them, but some of them don't.
Oh man,
get me going, Pete. No, but at the same time, I just think Dollywood's a little bit better venue, at least for kids. I mean, like I said about Six Flags, it's just like let these people do their thing, let them get in trouble, don't go getting in the middle of it. Let them do their thing. Let all the freaking security come out. Let them get it over with.
Yeah.
And then they'll go to jail and do whatever they got to do. Yeah. But I hope that Belush is okay. I mean, he seems okay, right?
I mean, define okay. I'm not okay.
Well, no. I mean, like he's not incarcerated or restrained. Or
No.
anything like that.
Currently, he's fine.
That's fine.
Yeah, he's not in the gulag right now. What's up, Vic?
Are you talking about who's not in the gulag?
Yeah. Hey, I have to go pee, except I'm not going to do it on the air like Hufferbilly did, so I'll be back in like 30 seconds. Okay? Thank you.
Hey, Vic.
Yes,
we were talking about Volusia and whether he was safe or not, and Pete said no, he's not in the gulag, and I was like, okay.
AC, I was going through the portal to the StreamYard, so that's why I missed that part about Volusia.
That's fine.
I did hear that y'all were talking about Six Flags. But.
Yeah, I mean, I will say this. I personally have a affinity. Well, I've always had an affinity for Six Flags. Okay. I think it was 7 or 8 years old. I got there and it was an amazement to me, right? Because it was so much fun.
Yeah, me too. Yeah, I like going to Six Flags when I was a kid too. Yeah.
Yeah, but now I go there. I take my son and his 2 friends. They wanted to go. It's his birthday. It's a birthday celebration thing, and I took them all there. And the bill's on me, right?
Right. Yep.
And then we had this gangster fight. In the middle of the park.
It was a fight.
Almost shut down the place, by the way.
It was a fight and almost got the place shut down. Wow.
It was horrible. And it shouldn't be that way is my point. Right?
Yeah. So you're talking about people of a certain age range.
Yeah, they're young.
Yeah, they're between 20 and 25 years old. They wear baggy clothes, and their skin is darker than yours.
No. Stop for a minute.
Not necessarily.
There were 2. There were whites. So no
lights.
Oh God!
And then the Hispanics wanted to get involved. I said, hey, look, your skin is not one color or the other. You need to stay out. And they laughed at me. No, it was a melee. It was crazy. I'll be honest. I've never seen anything like it in my. Because of course I don't live in a metro Chicago or anything. So.
Yeah,
I don't know anything about gangs, but that was a gang.
Yuppieville. So.
Yuppieville.
Yes,
Yuppieville. I did.
Guess what Raj says? That you live in Yuppieville.
He's right.
The Brads and the Chads.
He's 100% correct.
And no cavities, by the way.
Oh,
You're already back from getting your teeth cleaned? That's like the quickest dentist visit in the history of dentist visits.
Yeah, it's like 15 minutes.
About 15 minutes.
Yeah, about 15 minutes. Sounds about right.
From Roger's house. Yeah.
Yep.
No, that's.
Hey, Nate, was there any good-looking female dental hygienist there?
Yeah, but
or male? I don't know. Maybe you're into that.
No, I'm not gay.
No, all right.
I'm hetero. No, there's one thick female and
one thick female.
It was Hispanic though.
Damn.
I didn't ask what color she was.
Oh well.
Jeez.
I could tell it was. Never mind. I'm gonna say
Well,
it. Never mind.
I mean, you should take what you get, Nate. But.
I mean,
I didn't complain.
When you said thick, we just assumed that she wasn't white, automatically.
Yeah.
Not that it matters.
Let me point out, it's always pink on the inside.
What the fuck?
Dying, right?
Oh, yeah, that's too way too.
Dying, right?
That's too
God!
Dying, right?
Oh my God!
I mean, he's not wrong.
Boy, this show went off the rails real quick.
Well, a little bit, but all I can tell you is we're getting listen. we're going to Whitewater Park in about a month. Okay, up here, which is Six Flags times water, right?
Six Flags times water.
Yeah.
Yeah, with water.
That's a hell of a description. So you're going to a water park.
That's
Yeah,
why
exactly. But it's Six Flags owned, right? So the same group owns.
flags.
And the people watching in these places, honestly, people are wearing freaking thongs that do not need to be wearing anything.
Well, we just found out why you're going. That's why you're going.
No. These people don't need to be wearing thongs is my problem.
Yes, there are thongs at the water park. Yes.
What about their thong? What is it? Why does that offend you?
It only offends my eyes. Okay. I mean, it really does. It's like when you see an elephant walking away from
What?
you, and you see all that baggy shit on the backside of the elephant. You don't want to see that in a thong.
Yeah, you're saying that only certain people should be wearing thongs.
That's what he's saying.
There should be a
Yeah.
requirement. There should be a test.
A test.
You can't come in here with a thong on unless you have this kind of body type.
I thought you believed in a free and fair society
I do.
where fat people are free to wear thongs too. You sound like a bigot.
Yeah. I am a bigot. I don't like fat people wearing thongs.
Yeah.
What's wrong with that?
That's the quote of the day. I am a bigot. I don't like fat people wearing thongs. Huffer Billy Paul, 2020-24, everybody.
Yeah, hashtag cancel Paul. Yeah.
Why? Why would you want that? I mean, that makes no sense. Now, there are people who like big people, and that's their prerogative.
Explain that to us.
No, there are people in this world that like fat women. Okay.
Is that a fetish?
Yeah, it is a fetish.
Yeah. Yeah. BBW.
I like skinny women with long legs, and that's just me. I don't know why I like that. It's just
So you like Taylor Swift? You're a Swiftie.
Yeah, I think she's hot as fuck.
Yeah. See. So you like tall women with long legs and zero ass. That's what you like.
No, not zero. Not zero.
You like women built like a 2x4.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They need to have some hips, and they don't necessarily have to have boobs, although it's a it's a pro. But certainly don't have any of that damn badonka.
Yeah, they don't have anything fake or anything plastic.
Huffer Billy is he's like the poster child for like 55-year-old white guys. Yeah, I want him to be tall and have zero butt. No butt.
No, I don't.
Yeah, no K cups, right?
I like butt. Don't get me wrong. I'm just saying.
How much do you like butt?
I think it's good, but I don't think it has to be the only thing. They gotta have legs. That's my key.
Yeah, you're a leg man.
Mm-hmm. Yep. So, and the second to that is boobs. So legs and then boobs.
Yeah.
And then we can go from there. But it has to be.
We can go from there.
It can't be a straight. It can't be a straight line. I mean, no, none of that shit.
Wow.
I knew I was going to go into this dialogue. I knew.
You're the one that brought it up. Nobody you've dug your own hole.
Yeah,
I
you
know.
brought it up. Yeah, you did.
Hey, what is the most what attracts you the most?
Me?
No, Nate.
Oh, yeah.
Nate.
Oh, I just got back in time. Okay.
I'll go ahead and I'll answer for Nate. Anything with a vagina. Anything.
Well, not just that, but everything that had a woman.
Let me guess. You like their smile and their eyes too.
Well, everything that woman has,
like a vagina.
Virginia, vagina, whatever you call
Virginia.
it.
Yes.
Virginia.
Juggers with boobs.
Dying, right?
Oh my God!
The gluteus maximus. And that, yeah.
Nate.
Hey, Nate, what do you think about the shape of their ears? Does that matter to you at all?
I don't care if they're elf ears. I don't care
You pay that much attention.
He doesn't care about the ears as long as they got gluteus maximus and juggers.
Yeah, I don't really pay attention to
And vagina.
Look. Listen, I have a neighbor who has elf ears. She's hot as hell. But she has elf ears, man.
Is she
I
elf
asked her
though?
one time, we were out walking our dogs, and she comes by and she goes, "Hey," and we talk. And I asked her, I said, "Does anybody ever grab your ears?"
Oh my God, Paul! No.
What the fuck?
She goes, "When? You know when?" Oh man!
What the hell? That's just messed up.
What the fuck?
Yeah, that's messed up.
What'd she say?
And she says, "Well, occasionally," which is what my response to that. Are you into it occasionally then?
Did she offer to let you grab her ears?
No.
No?
We didn't go there.
That would be
I
weird.
didn't go down that road, but I had to ask because her ears are so pronounced. Look, man, they are really elf ears. They are.
Is she a Santa workshop worker or what?
Imagine you're walking your dog. You come across Hufferbilly Paul at 6 p.m.
Santa. She took a picture with Santa at the mall, dressed up in an elf outfit, while he was putting his hands around her hips.
How do you know that?
Her hair back and her ears out. I was like, if this ain't a damn... clear.
Imagine you're walking your dog. You come across Hufferbilly Paul at 6 p.m. Hey, Hufferbilly, how you doing? Oh, hey, Judy, how you doing? Has anybody ever asked to grab your ears before?
Well,
what?
So I already knew her. But it wasn't I've been here for a while.
Yeah, I mean, the reason I say that before Paul made this.
Can that be considered sexual harassment to ask a woman to grab her ears?
No.
I think it is because you know when you grab somebody's ears exactly what position you're in. I mean, it sounds
a compliment.
Sounds a little fishy.
Fishy, but you got lucky though.
And it smells fishy too.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh, that's disgusting. That's what elves smell like. Like they smell like fish. No wonder they live.
No. I mean, I'm joking a little bit here, but she and I know each other. I mean, been doing this for a while. We flirt with one another and have fun and joke around.
It's sus.
That's your idea of flirting. Can I grab your ears?
No.
It's sus.
She always said, she goes, my husband doesn't ever do any yard work, and you're out here always working and cutting shit.
Oh yeah. She wants you to come over. She wants you to come over and trim her lawn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Trim her up. But
trim her up.
And yeah, I don't know how to do that. I mean, I need my. Never mind, I'm not gonna say that. If Paul said I didn't grab your ears, if I see, I'm never gonna do this.
So this is how the conversation went. My husband doesn't do anything around the house. You're always out there doing yard work. And Huffer really goes, Can I grab your ears?
Well, that was later, but yeah. I mean,
That was later.
I actually said to her one night, I said, "Do you want me to trim your bush?"
No.
I did say that.
No.
I did.
No. Please.
Was you confused with like Bush Light, or what were you confused with?
Just play the no. Please don't do it.
Yeah, it was fun. Yeah. We had a good time. I mean, she knows how to joke around. We had fun.
Yeah.
No. Please don't do it.
I wouldn't do anything untoward.
Well, me either. If I wouldn't do it either. If I get too carried away, I probably would do it. But yeah.
Talk is cheap, man. And I always tell people this all the time. Talk is cheap. And you can play around and joke and have a lot. But when it comes to action, I'm probably the biggest.
So you wouldn't actually grab her ears. You just ask her to.
No.
Yeah, that would be weird.
I wouldn't do that.
Did you ask to massage her ears?
No, I didn't say massage. I said grab.
Oh,
to be honest. Yeah.
Okay.
But no, I mean, she got it. You know what I mean? It's kind of a joke, but you're hearing it secondhand, all right, or later. But at the time, we were talking about all kinds of crazy shit.
Yeah, sounds like it.
Yeah.
Well, I have a lot of definitions of what you call ASS.
What?
What? You angle side.
No, which is ass.
Ways that we prove that triangles.
Yeah, forget what you said. He's talking about ass.
One of the ways
He's pretty straightforward about that.
that triangle.
What the fuck are you talking about, Nick? The triangle? Are you talking about like the pyramid, or what do we call that?
Prove that triangles are similar. If one of the angles and two of the sides are the same, then that means they're congruent.
Yeah. There's 3 types of triangles, Nate. Do you know what they are?
Side. Angle.
The pyramid.
Don't answer for him, Vic. Let him answer it.
Who's?
There's 3 types of triangles, Nate. What are they?
Oh, the vagina.
No.
Triangle.
It is a triangle.
Well, no.
Actually, it isn't. But that's
what are the 3 types of triangles in mathematics? We're not talking about vaginas.
A pyramid.
No.
What?
Triangle. It's not a triangle.
Triosceles?
Triosceles?
Yeah, that means that.
Man, we are. This is the guy we're getting our legal advice from, everybody.
Yeah, come on, Nate.
Huffleberry Paul, triosceles. That sounds like a dinosaur.
I'm gonna try fentanyl. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. No, I don't know. What are the?
Tell us, Vic.
Like equilateral.
No, it's not one of them either. You have a right triangle, you have an acute triangle, and you have an obtuse triangle.
Obtuse is the other one,
Yeah.
Right.
That's your 3.
Yeah, those are the ones that described angles. Could also be ones that there's like an equilateral triangle is where all the sides are the same length. And it's like an isosceles triangle where only 2 sides the same length, and there's a scalene, which is none of the sides are the same length.
You know, Vic, you know we're not like in chemistry class, aren't you? We're not in chemistry class.
And then we got a right triangle, which means that.
Yeah, what exactly what shape were those ladies' ears?
Okay.
Mine?
Oh. No. Let me explain.
They were acute, weren't they?
No, they were cute, and they were really cute. They were really acute.
I said acute.
Yeah, they're really acute. But anyway, she's a sweet person, and I joke with her all the time. But she does have the best damn elf ears this side of Mars, really.
Uh-oh.
I just wanted to come on and say, Vic, you just ruined the mood, bro. Like, I'm literally sitting here in my pajamas, like, got me, a couple of drinks and everything, just chilling, and then you come on here talking about right angles and Pythagorean theorem. Like, I just put my clothes back on. Come on, bro. I don't understand what's going on.
Yeah, he's getting.
Who is this?
No, listen. Hey, listen. My point is, I'm trying to enjoy myself right now. We got the cocoa butter to the left. I got.
Is this Tiger basking?
You got the cocoa butter on the left.
My point is,
and the tissues on the right.
Enjoy it, okay? And then I got Vic coming on here, sounding like a professor out of college, and it's like I just literally put on BBC on the news.
He was
doing that, bro.
He was getting all worked up about the elf ear talk, and then Vic came in and ruined it.
Exactly. Yeah, and it's like the only thing I got out of anything Vic said was the ears are kind of in the shape of an acute triangle. Okay, but that's not the point.
Listen, I'll send you some pictures, TB, and you can.
No, I'm not even in the mood. It's done. Vic ruined it. Okay. You might as well send me some math problems or something.
Hufferbilly's the only person. Hufferbilly's the only person I know that has ear porn.
Listen, no, what is it they called it? The channel that you put your feet on, feet finder and all that shit. They got some.
I'm all.
Hey, pointyfinder.com.
I'm all porn. Yeah.
Look,
yeah, we know.
Nothing better than 20 years, man. Trust me.
Anyways, I just came on to say, Vic, I was having a really good day until you did that.
So some damn pictures now, so don't get mad when it comes through. It's not like porn or anything. It's just your ears. Come on.
Yeah, sure. That's what they all say. We know.
Hey, so Hufferbilly, when you go into like grocery stores, do you like take candid pics of different women?
He's like, hey, will you take a selfie with me? And she's like, yeah. And you like turn your head to the side. Turn your head to the side. Why?
I see him like acting like he's on the phone.
Because I want to see your ears.
Snap a picture.
How you doing?
Before I went up to Cherokee to see.
I'm good, Nate.
Before I went up to Cherokee to see Pete and Lou, I went to the grocery store and I came out and I was in the parking lot and I was like, all right, I only bought 2 bags of shit, so I just carried out. This lady's putting her cart in there and everything, and I looked at her and I said, listen. Lady.
Listen with those ears.
I like the way you listen, baby.
I told her. I did. I said, you're hot as hell. and she looked at me. She goes, well, thank you. I said, yeah, you're welcome.
You're welcome. You're hot as hell.
Hey, too.
Can I?
Wow.
Can I ask you a personal question?
I just told her the truth.
Did you ask her
a personal question?
Did you ask her if you could grab her ears?
That's exactly what I was about to say. Can I touch the point of your ears?
No. She didn't have her hair back, so I couldn't see her ears. But she was hot as hell regardless of her ears. I mean, Jesus Christ. But anyway, that was the point I made. Is that sometimes people need to be told. That's all.
Yeah.
Okay.
Doesn't mean you're looking out for, trying to get them in bed. Or,
Hey, girl, your ears are so pointy they could cause a paper cut. Oh, snap. Quit hitting on her, Hufferbilly.
You never know if she's the elf or not.
I told her she's hot as hell. That's all. And I'll let it go.
Well, nothing wrong with that.
He was like, you're hot as hell, and I haven't even seen your ears yet.
Yeah, I didn't even go there. I mean, I have done that once. Years ago, I said to somebody, well, let me see your ears, and I can see if you're hot or not. That was years ago.
Wow.
For Billy never getting catfished.
No, catfish don't have ears.
No. I got good.
Oh, there you go.
I got a good story, or a funny story.
Oh no!
It's kind of like, it's about me at school, and kind of embarrassing. I asked my teacher something, and it was a female.
Okay, you asked your female teacher something. Nate, get to the point. What'd you ask her?
Okay, why I didn't say cake at the time, but why is your butt so big?
What?
You asked your teacher why her butt was so big?
What?
And what'd she say?
7 years old.
Did she put down the sandwich long enough to answer it?
Whoa.
No, she looked at me like if like she got defended and I got to the principal's office.
You said she got defended?
No.
How many points did you hold into? Okay.
Defend.
I just want to know how many points. Like
she looked at me. She looked at me like, what?
That's it?
Oh boy, Nate. Nate held her to
Nate, don't do that.
For 7 yards.
So Nate.
He just dry snitched on himself.
Let me give you a better story.
Oh, okay.
Oh, snap.
Right, so
I hope it involves ears.
Putting my pajamas back on.
It actually does, but in a weird way.
No, yeah, unlike the other one, yeah.
Yeah. So so you get to college, right? First year in college, right? And you're in this freaking curriculum that they make you do all these prerequisites early. Right?
Yeah, they make you go to class and stuff. That's a real drag.
They make you take English.
Yeah, English. All the courses where they teach you in college. A total drag.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Biology.
Yeah, biology. Who needs that?
Yeah. So you're in these classes, and my English teacher was a grad student, not much older than me, probably 2 years older than me, and she's teaching English, right? Mm-hmm. And she asked me, are you into Dungeons and Dragons?
Why would she ask you that?
Well, mostly because she was listen.
What? No, I don't. I'm trying to figure out why she would ask you that.
Look, she was attracted. I'm a crazy dude, and I say things.
Yeah, no shit.
So she was all up in it.
Are you sure it wasn't because of how you were dressed?
No. It could be.
Are you into D&D?
Yeah, I was. I actually did.
Vic, do not disturb.
I've been alive for 43 years. No woman has ever asked me if I was into Dungeons and Dragons before.
So
Not once.
She was a goth girl.
Oh, okay.
Right? She's kind of in the goth.
Okay.
And so she wanted me to come over to her place with her brother
and play Dungeons and Dragons.
And no, to dress up.
Oh, dress up.
In medieval.
Hey, we're in there.
Right?
We back.
Yeah.
So I'm going into this thing.
So you did it? You said yeah?
Cocoa butter activated. Go ahead.
Look, man, I need an A in this fucking class. Okay?
I need an A in this class.
Let's go. We double fisting over here.
So, hold on now. Hold on. Now you done fucked up now. So what'd you dress up as?
Please don't tell me it's
a knight.
Hey, was it a black knight?
No. Please don't do it.
Well, I heard the black knights are a little bigger, so I figured you would dress up as a. Hey, all right, go ahead.
She just wanted a knight. She really did, and I mean, she wanted a knight. So, anyway.
although was the night great?
It was a good night.
Did you bring your sword? Did you bring your sword with you?
Facts. Did you bring your sword with you?
Yeah.
Oh God, yeah. Make the sword with me and everything.
Hear ye, hear ye.
I broke my 3-inch sword out.
That's a dagger, bro. That's a dagger. That's not a sword. That's a dagger.
Hold on now.
That man saved the whole town with a dagger.
Hold on. So you went. So your grad assistant teacher invited you to play Dungeons and Dragons, but you had to dress up like a knight with her and her brother. You said.
Whoa, wait, what?
16 other people there, right?
16 other people.
God, dog. My boy was playing in the shallow end.
What do you want?
Boy was playing in the shallow end with his little dagger.
It's called the orgy.
A night in floaties.
Oh. So what happened when you showed up to the Dungeons and Dragons dress-up party?
What do you mean what?
Well, I mean, that's kind of the whole point. What happened?
We want details, bro. My pajamas are on.
Look, we had it was cosplay. It was cosplay, and yeah, we drank and had a good time, and there wasn't anything crazy, but
yeah.
But at the same time,
yeah, a bunch of adults dressed up in medieval costumes. There was nothing crazy going on.
Yeah, nothing crazy.
Nothing weird about that at all.
I'm not an adult.
Yeah,
I mean,
totally normal.
19-year-old, and she's 20, maybe. I ain't like an adult. Come on, let's be real.
Wow,
we're stupid as hell at that time.
So, I'm going to ask the uncomfortable question. Did you at least get laid out of that?
Yes, of course.
Okay.
Look, you had an A in the class.
I mean, you went the extra mile. You dressed up like Sir Lancelot.
That's right. And I didn't do shit in that class, but I got an A.
Oh,
she's good though.
Traveling Fool says you were called Sir Lance a Little.
It's the truth.
Sir Lance a less than a lot.
But you don't need a lot, really. I mean, once you stimulate the clip, it doesn't matter. Really.
What clip? What?
Hold on. Back to the story about Nate talking to his teacher about her badunkadunk.
Yes. What about
it? Did she tell your parents?
Oh yeah, I did. Yeah. Oh, not I did, but yeah, she did.
Oh, okay. So is that the night that they explained to you what a badunkadunk was?
Oh, the worst thing is that was the night of the parent-teacher conference night.
Not a good look, Nate.
Nate's doing very good in class. He just loves cake. What?
Yes, I do. But yeah, I think
apparently he only likes white icing.
I like Mr. Whip, but anyways.
What?
Mr. Whip.
Well, you just said you were hetero. What do you mean you like Mr. Whip? Come on, Nate.
No, it's a whipped cream.
No, I'm about to call what's the dude's name?
Marshmallow.
Oh, I forgot. No, they used to be in the YouTube community, but they don't come back no more.
Okay. Anyways, yeah, I got in trouble really bad, and let's just say I got spanking with the belt.
And you probably liked it.
So you got whipped.
No. Yeah.
The irony of that.
Listen,
you got what you were looking for eventually in the end, though, didn't you?
Thanks. It just came from your parents instead of your teacher.
But,
nothing's better than
my cake got slipped.
Yeah, Nate's getting whipped with the belt, and he turns around and goes, "Can I at least get whipped by Mrs. Smith instead of you, Mom?"
Yes.
Give her the belt.
Nothing's better.
Oh,
Nothing's better.
And also another story with the high school. When I was in high school, I should have never done this in public. Well, not public, like on bus. Almost for school.
Oh no, this sounds terrible already.
Yeah, I don't know if you should say this, Nate.
Yeah, what'd you do, Nate?
I showed my hammer.
No.
Yeah, that's illegal in all 50 states. Yeah, that's illegal. Can't do that.
I know. I got in trouble, which is
yeah. There's a penal code against that.
I took the
literally
the assistant principal and student conference, or what do we call it, meeting. I took it serious and understood what it means and stuff. And good thing I didn't transfer, which I got lucky with. So
well, Nate, at least you know how to learn something.
Yeah, I did. Yeah.
Unlike the Clemson, listen, the Clemson fans don't learn. Their learning curve is
I like how you just changed it.
Nate, you should apply to Michigan State. They love ding-a-ling car washes over there. Swinging around all day.
That's Northwestern.
Whatever. That one too. Both of them. Either one of them will take you.
Too.
Yeah. Wait. Hey. But no, the real question is, Nate. How'd they feel when you put it on the table?
One girl's like
silent and shocked. Yeah, I bet.
Well, she kind of blushed a little, but
you blushed a little bit. Yeah.
But
yes, yeah.
I've never seen one so small.
Look, listen.
No, it was the size of the
size of the prize isn't the real thing here. Okay.
Yeah, but Nate's like 6'6", bro. Him pulling out an eraser doesn't help.
It was the size of the Excalibur sword.
Oh Lord!
It sounds like it was a little chicken nugget, bro.
All right. As much as I would love to continue talking about Nate's hammer, I actually have to go.
All right.
Yes.
Right.
Oh snap! Yeah,
Pete,
yeah.
Be good, and I do just wish that the ACC would get the clue, but they're not getting the clue. So.
All right. Thanks for coming on and explaining that to us, Suffer Billy. I appreciate it.
Yep.
Sounds good. Peace out.
Let me eat that cake.
Yeah.
Bye, y'all. See you, Vic. See you.
All right. See you later, TB. All right, Vic. You got any last words?
No, not really.
There's a lot to take in from what we heard today.
Yeah.
A lot.
Yep.
Yeah. All right, Vic. Well, thanks for coming on, buddy. I'll talk to you soon.
Okay. Bye, Pete.
All right. Wow. I don't even really know what to say. Oh, wow. All right. Well, thank all of you for hanging out with me today for the past 2 hours. We had a great time. Talked about a little bit of everything. And when I say everything, I mean everything. If you just tuned in, go back and listen and you'll understand what I meant by that. But I will see you all soon. Have a great Wednesday. Love you.